Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops.
But I mastered their styles like the 5 deadly venom. So all he had to do was get next to a nigga like that and he could destroy it.
Believe in that, for real. We plan to take the same strategy we used with Death Row West, mind over matter, taking all our weaknesses and making it into our strength. That all these people talk about an East Coast, West Coast war, they like the Judas was to Jesus. They only here to cause confusion. We here to bring money and to bring change. They here to cause confusion. All these weak rappers, Nas, all these suckers, they battling off of East and West like this is a game. This ain't no game. If this was chess, we'd be yelling checkmate 3 years ago, because we've been beat these. It's not a game.
Eddie Hearn tries to go against Egoveli the Dawn. We still riding though. Why niggas look mad? Y'all supposed to be happy I'm free. Y'all niggas look like y'all want me to stay in jail. Punk busted. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang. Notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, still I rise. MOB, money on top of boxing. Let's get it West Side. I posted something. In that post, I tagged Eddie Hearn, sick of the games, and I tagged Deontay Wilder, right? Their handles. Eddie Hearn replies to your boy Ego, but he fails to answer the question. So I'm gonna put it on screen so you guys can see. This is the stuff I'm talking about, right? So I said, Eddie Hearn's improved counteroffer to Deontay Wilder was only $2.5 million more than the original offer, right? And I did the math in parentheses. So his first offer is $12.5 million. His counteroffer was $2.5 million more, which is the reported and disclosed, that's pretty much hasn't been refuted by anyone, $15 million second offer, right? From Eddie Hearn, Team Joshua. Now Hearn offered Wilder $5 million for the next, quote, tick-over fight, non-Joshua, so not against Joshua, on DAZN. So you can offer $5 million for a fight now, but couldn't add $5 million to the counter, question mark, right? This is what Eddie Hearn's going to respond with. I think you are confused. Once again, now it's me. I think you are confused. He accepted $15 million. There was no need to, quote, counter. I think you meant improve. Right? So, instead of answering the question, that's his response. This is how, man, the hot seat is universal, people. And I responded to him again. I said improved offer or counter offer to $50 million. Wilder's side offered your side. So both terms are applicable because you guys, quote, countered the $50 million US fight or, quote, improved your initial offer. But either way, you still didn't answer the question. I'm sleep. This is what I told you guys about Eddie Hearn. See, this is it reminds me very much so of the hot seat. And I brought up the same exact point on yesterday's live stream. So if you guys hear people recycling this, you know where it came from, because I didn't hear one person talking about this. So let me break it down without reading tweets. My point is simple. Eddie Hearn, he has initial offer, Joshua's side, $12.5 million, flat, no percentage. So depending on how good or bad the event does, Wilder doesn't get a percentage of that. Wilder obviously didn't like the offer, so they respond in the form of a counter offer. Offer Anthony Joshua $50 million to have things on their turf in the US. Joshua says, no, we built this, we branded ourselves in the UK, so the first fight is on us. We have to have it in the UK. We'll lose $10 to $22 million plus having it on our turf because we want that for our fans, right? So it is really a counter offer because Eddie Hearn's side is countering and offering their own response, if you will, to the $50 million, right? Or you could say it's an improved offer from their first one. So again, both terms are really applicable. But instead of answering the question, you see, it wasn't that confusing. And see, I'm telling you, this is not a game people want to play with me, because we could do it like I'm street smart, but I also have academic smarts. So you're not going to play me. I know what I say because I'm there when I say it, right? And this is the behavior, the pompous attitude that I'm telling you that Eddie Hearn exudes and that he shows a lot of times. He says, I think you are confused. Once again, his first response is targeting me. Instead of just answering the question, you know what I was saying, you know what I meant, he wants to get into semantics about if I should have used the terminology of improved offer or counter offer, when they both really could apply. I meant counter offer, counter to Wilder's $50 million. But instead of answering, no, that would be far too easy, he says, I think you're confused. He's putting emojis, like thumbs up emojis and stuff. That's condescending behavior. See, we could both use vocabulary words. He's trying to be condescending. I think you're confused. Perhaps you're mistaken. And thumbs up, I think you meant quote this instead of quote counter offer. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Why don't you answer the question? You get what I'm saying? Is this your king, UK? Is this your king? I'm on some Killmonger shit. Ego Killmonger. So, Egoveli has spoken. You guys let me know what you guys think. Again, he responded, but didn't answer the question. And now, since he don't want to answer the question, you guys answer the question in the comment section. If you have $5 million to offer Wilder on DAZN, any fight of his choice, go look at the interviews. It's on tape. Eddie Hearn says Wilder could take a tick-over fight against whoever, Dominic Brazil or whoever. It won't be Joshua, because obviously Joshua's going to be tied up with Povetkin. But you could do a tick-over fight on DAZN. We'll give you $5 million, which Eddie Hearn says is going to be a couple million more than you would have made on your own. Like he said, $2 to $3 million or so more than you would have made fighting whoever else you fight. So it's going to be more money than you're going to get in your next fight. That's what he's surmising, right? So if you have $5 million to give to him for an independent non-Joshua fight on DAZN, then how come you couldn't have added $5 million to the initial offer, or the quote-unquote improved offer, or the counter offer to $50 million? Whatever verbiage you want to use, how come you couldn't have added $5 million? Because 12.5 million plus 5 is not 15. So you are only able to increase your initial offer by 2.5 million. Yet when it's not Joshua, you can offer him $5 million on DAZN. Like, just make that make sense. Explain if you had that extra money to play with, then why couldn't you have said, hey, we offered you 12.5 million the first go round. Now we'll offer you another 5 million. Because he says 2 fights. Listen, in this interview, he says 5 million for the first tick-over fight. So basically a tune-up or title defense or whatever, right? 5 million for that. And then he still said the second fight would be Joshua at Wembley in April 2019 for 15 million. So it's not like he's cutting into the $15 million AJ money because he offered him a 2-fight deal. You get what I'm saying? So either way, he's cornered. That doesn't make sense. Now, you could make it make sense if he says, hey, we'll offer you $5 million for the first fight and we'll give you $10 million. And he had to dip into the $15 million that they offered him for the flat rate, because 15 minus 5 is 10, right? So that would have made sense if you're talking about giving him 5 million out of the 15 million. But that's clearly not the case, because Eddie Hearn specifically told you it's a 2-fight deal. The second fight being in April, Joshua Wilder at Wembley. You'll get 15 million there. And the first fight is a takeover fight in which I'm willing to give you $5 million, which is more than you're going to get pretty much on Premier Boxing Champs, he's saying. It's more than you're going to get. So you fight on DAZN in your next 2 fights. So make that make sense. And like I said, instead of doing condescending stuff, just answer the question. That's it. That's what they do in the hot seat. When they don't have an answer, then oh, you spelled it wrong, or you should have said improved offer, not counter offer. Some like the little games. Why don't you just answer the question? You know what I'm saying, you know what I meant. It's really not hard. So we're gonna see who's smart, and we'll see who's smart with these responses. Egoveli, y'all can't beat me. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.